You've been yelling all day. Yeah.
What you doing, ScoobyDoo?
I do picture him as a very mischievous little gremlin.
See you later.
He's a loud cat. And I was like, oh no, did I just sign up for many years of listening to this? When he wants food, if you walk anywhere near his treat cabinet, he will come herd you and scream at you.
You can't hold me hostage anytime I go into the pantry. No.
And then he does get kind of a crazed look in his eyes.
Where you want to go, Scoops?
From the moment I met Scooby, I knew he was going to be a handful. But he's really exceeded my expectations in every way.
ScoobyDoo, can you get back in your carrier, please?
I got Scooby 6 years ago. I picked him up. He was scraggly and skinny. And I was like, oh my God, did I make a mistake? But he didn't give me a choice. And he was like, this is mine. You're my person. I own you now.
What's up, ScoobyDoo?
He was very wild as a kitten. From the first day. Like, he came out of the carrier and he started meowing. When he is suspiciously quiet, he's usually up to no good. But he turned 6 just 3 days ago. And he's calmed down a bit now. We have conversations. I don't know how other cats work, but he does talk back. Then he just wants to sit with me and watch TV, which is great for me. A lot of the meowing is like, you will pay attention to me.
Pop cup.
And he has to be touching some part of me at all times. Why? He's just like a toddler in the house.
You're just gonna give up on it in a week, Scooby.
I absolutely would not change anything. But I feel very lucky. I was expecting that. He's kind of crazy.
Why, Scooby?
But I do feel honored to have such a special and unique cat.
When I first saw Lucy, she comes running out to the truck and is kind of barking at me like, are you my owners? Are you my owners? Is this your house? She was clearly neglected and she just had the biggest, saddest eyes.
Go see your neighbors.
So I walked over to the neighbor's house and started asking, you don't live here, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna take her.
Okay.
The people moved away like 2 or 3 weeks ago. My heart broke for her. How could somebody just leave her here?
Are you gonna come in the car with me?
She clearly had never been in a vehicle before, so that was a little bit of an adventure.
Good girl.
She's like, why am I leaving my home? Where are my owners? A lot of confusion on her part. But she put her trust in me almost immediately. She did so good at the groomer. She let them pick up her paw. When I went and picked her up later that day, she was like a different dog. She was literally glowing. And by the next morning, I had a foster for her, which was amazing.
Look who came in the living room to say hi.
Introducing her to new dogs, it's always something that we do very cautiously.
You go outside.
We usually kind of take all the dogs in the backyard and give them some space to smell each other.
That's so cute.
I didn't see Lucy for about 3 days. And when I went back, that's really when her personality popped. She knew she was safe. She just basically melted in their arms. just felt so good.
Usually what she'll do is she'll walk and she'll go.
And you're like,
This dog is truly amazing. So I really wanted to find the perfect fit for her. Finally, after going through 30 applications, she found an amazing home with my friend Tina.
What if I stop? You want more? Okay.
Instantly, she acted so comfortable and she was just so grateful. She rolled over on her back and put her legs up in the air and
oh goodness.
Lucy is getting quite old now. I think she's about 13 or 14 years old. Finally, she is living her best life.
Oh, it's a good baby. Yes, you are.
Lucy's story is just full of so much light.
The first thing anyone sees when they walk in is Zuka and her kittens. She's been mama to hundreds of foster kittens. And somehow, every single one of them loves to play with her tail. She never seems to mind though. Zuka loves the kittens like her own babies. After such a loss, no one thought she'd love again. Rhonda had been searching for the perfect dog for ages. She wanted someone to help her cats to adjust to new things. And she heard about Zuka. Rhonda chose Zuka because the shelter said everyone loves her. And they were right. She was immediately smitten with her cat, Stout. Sadly, Stout ended up crossing the Rainbow Bridge, leaving Zuka on her own. Anyone could see she missed him. She'd sniff all of his things and get excited, only to get sad again when he wasn't there. And then one day, Rhonda ended up with some new kittens. Their other foster home fell through, so it was last minute. Rhonda was a bit worried about introducing Zuka to the kids. Zuka had always been good with the other cats. It's just that her size might scare these little ones. But Zuka knew exactly what she had to do. She would lay down so she wouldn't scare them. And she would let the fur babies take their time. Even the shyest of kittens eventually came around for her. And when they are ready for it, she starts to play. She'll be whatever they need, a jungle gym, a bed, or even a toy. The kittens have healed something for Zuka. It's thanks to her many of them find their forever homes.
Susan never knew she'd raise a peacock, but she knew how to be a mom. Pee-wee is her baby, no matter what she looks like. She kept Pee-wee warm and loved, even though she grew 4 times her size. I would say Pee-wee thinks she's a chicken, and she's trying to act like one.
Is that your mommy?
It's always so funny to see a giant peacock following a little tiny bantam pen around. When we first moved to the property, there were already some peacocks here. and they just started multiplying. For about a month, I had a peahen in the garden sitting on eggs. And then one day, I first saw the egg by itself, and there was no mom, and the other eggs were hatched. I felt pretty sad for the egg. I wanted to give it a chance, and I knew there was a baby in it. I took that egg and I put it under my only broody hen, who was Susan. I knew Susan would be a great mom, and she was the egg's only chance. When I went to see Pee-wee for the first time, Susan treated it just like her own. And Pee-wee would not leave her mommy's side. When Pee-wee first was introduced to the whole flock, I wasn't too worried. Because even though Susan was the smallest chicken in the coop, she was pretty fierce. Most of them just treat her no different than any other chicken. And I think Susan still sees Pee-wee as her little baby chick. Even though Pee-wee is so much bigger. She still tries to protect her, but it's kind of hard for her to get her little wing over her giant baby. Susan and Pee-wee definitely have changed my life. I feel like their strong bond has a really good story to tell to other people. A lot of people were relating to their story. So I decided to write a children's book. Now many people can see their story.
This little tiny piglet, he's the family's little troublemaker. He'll kind of like challenge dogs that were like 10 times his size. And then his back legs tend to run faster than his front legs, you know?
Good boy. Hansel.
He'd get real zoomy and zoom around. He would just do some fun things. But when I very first saw him, it was scary because he was just so tiny and so fragile. Hansel was only 7 hours old. Someone had posted him on a community page needing help with him. It was worse than we expected. There was no shelter. It was in the middle of the winter. I knew that the chances of survival were very, very minimal. So my volunteer went and picked him up and brought him straight here to the sanctuary. There were so many unknowns. The most challenging part was trying to get him to eat. It was 30 days of like touch and go and just not wanting to get my hopes up too much. But then you would see him just get a little frisky. He wanted to explore more. Come on. So I would kind of sneak away a little bit. 2 seconds later, I'd look around and he'd be like right at my ankles. He acted like he owned the place. I mean, well, he pretty much did. He owned us anyway.
Hansel, what's you got in your mouth, pig?
He's almost 5 years old and he still lives in the house. He will go outside, bossing people around. And then he goes to sleep on his queen size bed. The other thing about him is that he is like the sheriff of the backyard. He'll go and he'll kind of like challenge other pigs along the fence line. But for whatever reason, Hansel's so sweet with the dogs. He'll come up to them, sniff them really gently. Or I think some dogs, it might annoy them. But they took to him like little nannies. Oh, it was the cutest thing.
I got a boopy nose. Boop.
Hansel's big personality is as big as his love for his family. He's a good boy. He's very friendly. I hope that he knows he's a miracle, because he's a miracle.